not be joined by a mystery guest in the middle of the show sometime, but we'll find out, I guess, by the time that that happens. All right, so let me find my shit. Let me make a note in Audacity, and then we'll be ready to go. That's how I feel, dude. I should have made more coffee today.
I just finished up my Mountain Dew from the other day because I'm like, I'm gonna need more caffeine for the night.
Steve, I have the Patreon list open, but I don't know if you do as well, or you need me to.
I do.
Okay, cool. Then that works. I'll let you go ahead and take that then, and then away we go.
Can't get enough of Infendo Radio? Head to Infendo.com and see everything else we're up to.
Creating overwhelming urges to buy Nintendo crap since 2005. Infendo Radio is on now.
Hello, welcome to the show. We are here. It's the greatest show on the planet Earth. Thank you for joining us. I have Justin and Steve here with me tonight. Justin, how are you doing, and where can the people find you?
I am doing pretty well, trying to stay awake. You can find me on Twitter at InfendoJustin. You can follow my Disney tweets at Utilidork. And it's weird for me to be plugging things this early in the show, but that's the way we roll nowadays. You can also follow at Disney Park Bench and go to the DisneyParkBench.com to see my new website. All of my old blogs, including my new blogs, are there. There's all sorts of new stuff that's coming in the future. Got a podcast that I was supposed to record tonight, but that's going to get pushed back. But yeah, all the big stuff that I've been wanting to do with my site for years, I'm finally getting around to. So go to thedisneyparkbench.com and follow me on my social medias. You'll find links on the site.
Awesome. Go there, do the things, like, follow, subscribe. You know what to do, people. Steve, how are you doing, and where can the people find you?
So I got tired of doing all the plugs, and I have a friend that's much, much smarter than I am that told me to sign up for an account. So I have a new place that you can find me, and in this place, you will find links to all the places you can find me. The website you're going to go to is a Linktree website. I'm going to spell that out because it's kind of tricky. linktr.ee/Gentis, Gentas. On there, I have a link. I don't have it fully set up on my side yet, but I do have a link to my Discord there. I will have a link to my Twitter there. I know I've got a link to my Twitch and my YouTube channels. You can also find a link to the Hypervoice Linktree account, and we have all of our links listed there as well. So, nice. linktr.ee/Gentis. That's my new plug.
Well, I guess that'll be an easy one to remember after a little bit, huh?
Yeah, give it 3 weeks and you'll be sick of hearing about it.
Well, I mean, I really only have the one plug. You know where you want me, where I want you to go, rather. Lucas already said it at the top of this show. Just go to Infendo.com. From there, you can find all the things. Join our Discord. Join Steve's Discord, for that matter. Do all of the fun things from there, Infendo.com. Before we get too far into the show, and I know we've got a good one for y'all, we want to thank the people that need thanking. So, Steve, please take it away.
Yeah. You can support us over at patreon.com/InfendoRadio. And the following 4 people continue to support us month after month. We've got Minus64, Slacker Money, as he's changed his name to in the Discord, but not the Patreon. And then our 2 executive producers, DJ and the Brianosaurus. So thank you guys for continuing to support the show. We love you all.
Very much so. Awesome. Okay, well, this is the time we take our first break. We're going to be back on the other side with Change the System, a little bit news, a little bit games we've been playing. Stay tuned. hello, people. I don't know if we have any people, but we're back.
I hate people. I love you people, but in general.
I'm with you, Justin.
Infendo people are fine.
Yes, they are. We like you, Infendo people, especially if you're watching us. And yes,
Right.
I'm biting my nails.
All right, well then let's go ahead and pick our next track. I think that this
I
one
thought you were going to
was...
say, let's go ahead and pick our nose.
I mean,
Bite
not
your nails,
quite
pick your nose.
Get it
You'll
all out of
prob-
the way, sniff. Ooh, good song.
Yeah, I have
Is
a
this the
play...
remastered version?
Eugene,
have
I
no
was going to
freaking
tell you
idea.
we need Celeste music in a future podcast.
I need to
just
play
have
Celeste.
I just have a random YouTube playlist going, guys. Like I have no idea if it's remastered or if it's got Celeste or if it's got bongos. I don't fucking know.
I want
We're
Celeste
just going
at
with
some
it.
point, so.
Next time, we'll put it in. You saw what Lucas did. He even did it a day before. He's like, "Listen,
Yeah,
guys."
I'll try and remember to do that next Tuesday.
All right. In any case, we're back. Let me go ahead and move my cursor now in Audacity. Let me find us some nice Lucas sound bites. And away we go.
$5 a month is Infendo Radio's all-access Patreon tier. If you want a bunch of extra goodies and cool week-to-week bonuses, that's the tier you want to hit up. Go to patreon.com/Infendo Radio and join at the $5 level.
All right, we are back. Thank you for joining us again. It is time for Change the System. I know we have been out for a couple of weeks, so we actually have potentially 2 weeks of news. I don't know that there was a whole lot of news over the last couple of weeks, quite honestly, but yeah, I guess if you guys don't mind, I will kick it off with my first news topic. Did you guys have anything that you wanted to bring news-wise, by the way?
Not
that I can think of.
news-wise.
Yeah, then I guess we're just kind of going to kick it with the 2 small things that I have on my list. So let's just kind of run through those real quick. So, yeah, it looks like Nintendo had a financial earnings report, and you know there was a lot of stuff that kind of came out of that, sort of. They just kind of reconfirmed a lot of games that we already knew were happening, you know, but they didn't really give dates. So like they basically said, yeah, Bayonetta 3 is coming, and so is Metroid Prime 4, and you know, so on and so forth, Breath of the Wild sequel, but again, no, everything was kind of TBA. They did give dates for like Bravely Default 2, which we already knew, and Bowser's Fury, which I want to say we already knew. So, you know, there was that.
Yeah.
But yeah, not honestly.
We don't know
whole
anything
lot.
about it. We just know it exists.
Yeah, right. But yeah, not a whole lot that I saw come out of that report, as it were. So yeah, just kind of, I guess, just basically reconfirming that they're still working on this stuff, you know? So I guess that's that bit of news. Not kind of a whole lot there. The other bit of news, which, you know, caused a little bit controversy online and otherwise, Pokemon Home and Pokemon Go has finally crossed over, and you can transfer Pokemon with a lot of limitations. Yeah, I mean, it seems like it's mainly in a kind of a beta state right now, because it looks like they're limiting it to level 40 trainers right now, which is basically like no one.
And I guess before you get started on that, because yeah, kind of like you just said, I know exactly 2 level 40 trainers in my entire friend list, and they're you and your wife. The one
Sure.
good thing that comes out of this that I do want to say before we start talking about the limitations is the first time you make your transfer to Pokemon, like from Pokemon Go to Pokemon Home, you will get in your events log a Melmetal that you can transfer over to Pokemon Sword and Shield that is capable of Dynamaxing. This is the only way to get this Melmetal right now.
Right.
So I am looking forward to that when I'm able to do it.
I Dynamaxed your mom last night.
So what we're having here is like a lot of limitations. Let's not be upfront about it, right? It looks like they're going to even be charging you if you want to like transfer more than one shiny Pokemon. Or is it just more than one Pokemon per?
You can do, I think, up to 100 regular Pokemon if they're regular Pokemon. I think you can do 10 legendaries or 1 Pokemon if they're a shiny legendary, or like 5 Pokemon if they're shiny regular ones.
Right.
Like Cerebi has a whole table where you can do
Yeah,
math.
it's deep. I'm looking at it right now. It's like, oh
And
my lord.
When your meter is fully depleted, it takes you about a week to recover the meter. Or I think they said you can pay about $10 to recover the same meter.
Right. Yeah, so it basically another in-game item, right, that you have to charge up or pay to, pay to have charged up type of thing.
I do also have to say, though, when you transfer a Pokemon over to home, that does also recharge your Meltan box, the one that lets you do the Meltan event, where you can get them for an hour or whatever. So there's that.
Sure, yeah. So, I don't know. I'm level 40, so I guess it doesn't really affect me as much as it does other people, obviously, but it does suck, right? It kind of is, a lot of people were looking forward to this, and now not only is there a lot of paywalls, but, there is also all these limitations as well, so it definitely is a bummer. But I guess if you want all the details, go to Cerebi. The key things that I'm looking at are this new transporter, this Go Transporter Energy currency that was introduced. Looks like you're gonna, when it's full, there's 10,000 transporter energy. Looks like one small Pokemon is gonna cost 10 transporter energy units, and so yeah, it sounds like sending 1,000 Pokemon basically is gonna gonna use out your transporter energy. That's just kind of the currency, as it were, there. So I don't know. It is what it is. Shinies cost more. Legendaries cost more than that. Like I don't know. It sucks, but it is what it is. I suppose. I kind of get where they're coming from, right? Because they probably don't want people to just like send over just like a whole ton of, because it is a lot easier to get Pokemon in Pokemon Go. So that's why a lot of people play that. So that it would be probably a bummer for a lot of people that don't play Pokemon Go if they're into like the competitive scene of like Sword and Shield. Like all these people are all of a sudden boosting their teams with all these legendaries, because I have like 6 Mewtwo's in Pokemon Go, for example, so like I could transfer all those over.
Yeah. And let's be real, it is really easy to take any Pokemon now with all the stuff that they've added in the DLC. From a regular I caught him in the grass Pokemon to a hyper competitive ready to battle Pokemon. That's super easy. Well, not super easy, you still have to do some grinding, but it's much easier than it used to be to do it.
Right. Yeah, I'm hoping that despite the limitations on this one, what they're using this for is, again, some kind of beta test, as it were. And then what they do with that at that point, they just kind of tweak maybe it won't be as much to transfer a shiny Pokemon, or maybe they give you more transporter energy per week, or, they just kind of tweak and adjust the balances before they make it live for the masses, as it were. Like maybe they reduce the limit to something that is reasonable, like 25 or 20 or something like that, because I think both of you guys are at least at 30, right? If I remember correctly. In Pokemon Go?
I'm
30 something. I want to say 36, but
I'm 32.
Plus or minus.
Lucas is either 35 or 36. I forget.
Yeah. Once you get in the 30s, that means that, okay, you've been playing hardcore pretty much since the game launched, or otherwise, right? Like kind of almost playing every day type of thing. Yeah. I think that if you reduce that limit,
hoping that the next step down. Sorry, I'm kind of hoping the next step down, they kick it down to, maybe level 30.
I was hoping maybe even lower, like a 25 type of thing. 30 would be fine threshold too, but maybe even making it more accessible. I think you pointed out, though, that there was a feature for submitting Pokestops that they just recently bumped down to 38, though, which is still even above like a limit that I think would be reasonable for this type of thing.
Yeah, because I've been wanting to request like the ball field across the street from me be a Pokestop, because otherwise I don't get to hit one on days that I'm not bringing the kids to school.
Yeah, I recently submitted, and it hasn't gone through yet, but I've recently submitted a few over by my house, even, like the signs for the neighborhood, that type of thing. But yeah,
Yeah.
it would
Ooh,
be
good
nice
idea.
for more people to be able to do that, like, why not?
Mm-hmm.
So cool. Well, that's honestly it for the news. Sorry we got a little salty there, people, but
Yeah.
let's talk about
Well,
some fun
I
stuff like what we've
was.
been playing.
I'm proud of myself. I was a lot less negative than I thought I was going to be going into that segment.
Well,
Um,
it's not without reason though, Like I can definitely see why
yeah,
people are upset.
yeah. Do you guys care if I start?
Get
Since
it.
I haven't been here forever. I have been busy. I have been very busy. And things have finally slowed down, and I've finally gotten to play some stuff. So I want to start. I'm just pulling out my Switch so I can see exactly where I want to start. But I want to start with some of the games I've been playing.
Seems like a good
Obviously,
place to start for,
well, because there's two things I want to do. I want to talk about my games, and I want to talk about my headphones. So the first thing we'll do is we'll talk about the games. Since I was last on the show, the Crown Tundra came out, and I have been spending an obscene amount
I
of
still
time in the
haven't
Crown Tundra.
played it. I needed to play it.
It's really good, Eugene. It's really good. So there's 3 main missions, and then there's a 4th one that unlocks after you do the main 3. And I've done basically the 4 main missions. I've gotten the majority of the gift Pokemon you can get from it. I've got probably half the legendaries you can get out of the Dynamax adventures.
Sure.
And I've got one of the 3 rows of people you can unlock in the Star Tournament. So I've put a fair amount of time into it. Really enjoying it. The legendary birds, I caught them and immediately put them in Pokemon Home where they belong, because I really don't like using legendary Pokemon on my teams. I got my Galarian Slowking. I added him to my Living Pokedex. I obviously need to wait on my Melmetal until I can get him from Pokemon Go. And then, what was the other one? I added another Pokemon, and I can't remember what he was. And then I went ahead and did the DLC a second time on a different profile, because you get the choice of getting Regieleki or Regidrago, and then you get the choice of getting one of the 2 steeds that go with Calyrex. So I did the DLC a second time to get the opposite Regi and the opposite steed, so I could also add them to my Living Pokedex. So I've done all that. So I've pretty much done the bulk of what you can do in the DLC, and I'm really enjoying it. We're about to start. Lucas and I had an idea of something that we're going to try for a future battle that we'll talk about on an upcoming episode of Infendo Radio.
Nice.
Then we had Colt hit us up the other day to help him out in Final Fantasy the Crystal Chronicles. So we booted that up and helped him understand a little bit how the progression of the game works, and helped him get through a couple of dungeons. Had a really good time with that. That is still a really, really good game. And then, for whatever reason, we decided to switch from that to Rocket League that night. And this is the first time any of us have played Rocket League since it went free to play. And we booted it up, and the first thing Lucas and I noticed, we're used to seeing our level bar down below, like at the bottom of the main screen, and we're used to that saying, like level 123 or whatever our level is in the game, and it said level 1. So Lucas and I immediately started freaking out that when it went free to play, they didn't carry our level over. Because I'm like level 123 something, and
Yeah.
Lucas is probably, in the 200s by now, if not higher. So we kind of panicked about that for a minute, and as Colt pointed out, I'm pretty sure once you get into the game, your level transferred over, and it did. So we had a great time playing Rocket League. It is so much fun. We purchased the current season pass again, and who knows if we'll even play it enough to get, what we want out of the season pass, but, we did that. And then I've also been playing one other game, and that is Celeste. I didn't know what I wanted to play. I decided I'd go for a tough as nails platformer. And there's somebody I follow on Twitter. Shout out to Dragon Age Mage. Follow her. She's really fun to follow. But she says this is one of her favorite games of all time. It's been sitting in my backlog. I finally decided to play it, and I'm really enjoying it. It is every bit as difficult as I thought it was going to be.
That's exciting.
Which I'm pleased about. I haven't played a game this hard since I played Mutant Mud's Super Challenge, and I'm kind of excited to have that challenge again. But yeah, so I'm really enjoying it. I forgot that a lot of people said in the beginning the game is about someone learning to deal with their anxiety and their personal flaws when the game originally came out 3 years ago. And there's a scene in there where the girl has an anxiety attack, and you have to kind of deal with that in game. And the way that hit me, I just cannot even put into words. It was so accurate to how it is when you have that kind of thing.
Sure.
So if you suffer from anxiety, I highly recommend playing this game. There's just something about it that you need to give a shot.
I have it. I've had it for a while. One of those games where, I'm just waiting for the time and attention span to actually dive into it. I'm sure it won't take long to finish, but just, I've got so many games in my backlog that I'll play it someday.
See, that's where I was too.
Yeah, I get that, man. I have so many games to just get to. It's just it's like I said it a couple of weeks ago. I can see a half dozen games still in shrink wrap behind me. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, and my equivalent of that is what's sitting on my digital shelf right now.
Right, same.
What I've been working through.
I don't even buy physical games anymore unless I have to. But hey, this game is on sale and it's on my wish list, and I may as well pick it up and never play it.
And that's how I picked up Celeste.
I've bought games from the eShop and immediately archived them because I knew I wasn't going to play them right away. That's how bad I am.
Oh yeah.
Sure.
There is one last game that I wanted to talk about real quick that I have played. And that is the Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity demo. The game is going to be fine. I don't think I'm going to like it for the same reason I liked Hyrule Warriors, but that's not to say that I'm not going to enjoy my time with it. It's just going to be a different kind of enjoyment. Hyrule Warrior, the Age of Calamity, for me, because it seems to be more focused on the story and more focused on Breath of the Wild. I feel like it's going to be one of those story games that you play through once every couple of years, have a good 20, maybe 30 hours, depending on what it's got in it, and call it good. It's not going to be the 500 romp that the original Hyrule Warriors was, but I did thoroughly enjoy my time with the demo. By the way. It is, I know. But that's what I was hoping for. When they announce a Hyrule Warriors game, that's kind of what some people like myself would expect.
Nope, just you.
And I'm not disappointed that I'm not getting that, but I do know what I'm getting with this game, and I will still be buying it day one. And I honestly, so it comes out November 20th, I'll probably have it completed to 100% by January if I have to.
When is Black Friday? Is that the same weekend or... No, it's the weekend after, which sucks because one of the things that I was going to wait and find out what the Black Friday eShop sales were going to be before I committed to buying Age of Calamity, so I might hold up, especially since there's not a bonus gold coin for pre-purchasing. I might wait a week before I get it just because I want to see what... I don't have Pokemon yet. Well, I mean, I have Let's Go, but I don't have Sword or Shield yet. I don't have Yoshi yet. There are a couple of, tentpole Nintendo games that I don't have that might go on sale that weekend. So,
yeah. If Pokemon's on sale, get that over the two games, in my opinion. I've sunk enough time into
Well,
the
I
games
mean, if-
that I could honestly recommend that Pokemon is gonna. There's more to it.
Well, I mean, the thing with Pokemon is even if it's on sale, it's going to be pretty much my whole budget because Pokemon plus the expansions right now is what, $90? So even if it's
That
on
sounds
sale,
right.
I imagine it'll probably still be the price of a full price
I was
game.
gonna say, yeah, it'll probably, if it's on sale, it'll probably be $60, which is basically the DLC for free.
Right.
So, yeah, do I have time to talk about my headphones, Eugene, or should I save
Go
that
for it.
next week?
I honestly don't have a whole lot for
Okay.
my change of system, so hit it.
Me neither.
So the other thing I wanted to talk about, there is a Saturday night thing that's become a tradition for me again, which is to hop into a Spreaker chat for Bash Music. Bash Music being a part of the Radio Ronin group of podcasts, which we're actually a part of. But Bash Music is one of the shows they do. It is Saturday nights at 11 p.m. Mountain Time. And you just go to radioronin.com and you can stream it through there, or you can go to the Spreaker website and hop in a chat there by searching for Bash Music. But I was recommended by one of their DJs, one of the resident DJs, to a set of headphones that I picked up a couple of weeks ago. They are Sony headphones, and I'm just pulling up the app real quick so I can get the exact model number. They are the Sony WH-1000 XM4s. I'll put that somewhere on my Twitter or something in the next couple of days. They are really
Which you can
cool.
get to from his link tree.
Exactly. They are actually really cool. They're Bluetooth headphones. They are capable of, you can plug in a cable and plug them into a normal headphone jack. So they'll work with the Switch in docked mode, in handheld mode. If you buy a Bluetooth adapter for your Switch in docked mode, they'll work with that as well. They are studio quality headphones. The particular DJ that recommended them to me these are the headphones that he uses when he records that podcast. And they are the same headphones he uses when he spins music, or whatever DJs call that. I'm not a DJ, I don't know. The sound quality is phenomenal. Playing games like Ori and the Blind Forest, or Celeste, or even Pokemon, there are so many sound effects that you can hear in these things that you wouldn't normally hear. It's really, really cool to see how much is in the games that you don't hear just listening through your TV speakers or your system speakers, or whatever. Really impressed with these. They do have a companion app that goes with them that you download on iPhone or Android, and you can tweak just about every possible setting you can think of. You can pair it with up to 2 devices simultaneously. So right now they're paired up with my laptop and my phone. You can change the sound quality by decibel. You can enhance the bass to reduce the treble. You can do custom settings. You can do pre-built settings. If you have certain music streaming services, you can optimize it for that. You can snap a picture of your ear and do real 3D audio mapping technology using that.
Jesus.
If you've got certain, if you've got certain streaming services. Wow. These, for somebody like me that likes to tinker around with settings and features and that kind of thing, they're the perfect thing for me. They are pricey. On sale.
No, I was just going to ask you. They sound like they're real cheap, actually. How much are they, Steve?
Yeah, exceptionally cheap. I got them on sale for $279. They normally retail for on sale. They retail for $350. The week after,
Real sale for me.
The week after I bought them, they went on sale for $279. So because I buy as much crap as I do from Best Buy every year, I get a 90-day exchange policy. So they let me basically return them and rebuy them at the discounted price, so I could buy the 2-year warranty on them. So I paid the same price, but now I've got a 2-year warranty on them, so they're guaranteed to last for 2 years, or they'll give me $279 towards a new set of headphones. So very, very pricey, but if you're looking for a good set of podcasting headphones, a good set of DJ headphones, a really nice set of you want to listen to music headphones, a nice gaming headset. They do have a lot of benefits to them if you have the money in your budget. So, yeah. So, 4.5 out of 5 for me.
Ooh, it's $300 and not even a 5-star review. Boy, oh
Well,
boy. Is
I
it because
can't
it's
give
so
it-
expensive?
That's exactly right. I can't give it a 5-star review because of the price tag. That is a hefty price tag.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, I paid like $80 for these that I'm wearing now, and that was extravagant for me. So
Yeah, they also, I forgot to mention, they come with a very nice carrying case, which comes with your audio cable. It comes with the headphone adapter for the airplane, and it comes with a nice little, 1 foot long USB-C charging cable.
Nice. Oh, it's a USB-C too. That's fancy. Cool. Well,
So
all right.
20-hour battery life too, give or take.
Nice. Awesome. Well, we'll, I'm sure, be hearing more about those headphones in the weeks to come as you put them through their paces, as it were. Do you just have like a headphone graveyard now in your house? Is that just how that goes?
So I've got a bunch that are kind of you can't see because of my background, but I have a table behind me where I have a bunch of stuff sitting on, and then I've got the under the table. Under the table is the graveyard of old podcasting gear I don't use anymore. And then I also have some of those on my desk at my office because I sometimes use that stuff at work. So I've got a couple graveyards of audio equipment.
Fair. Well, all right. Well, Justin, I guess now is the time for you to talk about the games you've been playing and otherwise, or an unboxing, or what ASMR. What you got for us?
I don't think I have anything exciting to unbox.
These would be good ASMR headphones.
All right.
I didn't think of that.
I did spend the other day putting together some more Super Mario Legos. I bought the Mario's House set, which I pretty much only got. I mean, it comes with Mario's house, of course, Yoshi, but the real, and a Goomba. I already have 2 Goombas. The real reason I got it was because it comes with a hammock, and you can put Lego Mario in the hammock, and he'll do the
hammock.
Yeah. So you put him in the hammock, and he'll say, "I'm a tired," and then fall asleep and snore. And it is the most adorable thing I have ever seen any Lego thing ever do. And it is the greatest, and I'm totally obsessed with Super Mario Legos.
I saw them on... Oh, go ahead.
I'll say A, because I'm obsessed with Legos, and B, because I'm obsessed with Mario, but also because the sets are just so much fun. There's just so much personality in them.
Yeah, I saw a set when I was at Target over the weekend, spending my company-provided gift card, and I was very tempted to buy myself a set of Lego Mario. They were on sale, I don't know how much they are normally, but the one that I saw was pretty cheap. It was only $10, so.
That's pretty good. It depends on which one it is. There are a couple of $10 ones, but most of them, the starter set is typically $60. There's, I believe, a Fortress set that is also $60. Bowser's Castle is $100, and then most of the rest of the expansions are $30. You can get, basically every time I go to Walmart, I get an enemy pack, which is basically a little blind bag that comes with an enemy and a little stand. I wish I had it within reach. Got a Boo in the last one.
Oh, right.
And Mario interacts with all of these things. Every single one of them has a barcode on them that when you put Mario on top of the barcode, it does something different. So one of the things I bought, again, I wish I had these things out because I'd show it. I bought the Fire Mario suit. So you take Mario's pants off and you put the Fire Mario pants on, and then you can switch the hat if you want, but he gains fireball power. So you do something and he shoots a fireball, and if you get hit, he counts as a hit, and you swap them out and shrink it. Like, it's so interactive, and it just amazes me. Like, clearly, what amazes me most about these sets is, like, there aren't a whole lot of custom pieces. Like, there are definitely a few custom pieces, but the custom colors, like, there are colors in these sets that I've never seen Lego use in any other set. And like,
Sure.
it has to have been Nintendo gave them a list, like, these are the Pantone codes for every character and every item and every object in the Mario games, and they have to match this color exactly. So Lego had to create pieces in these specific colors, and it's unusual for Lego to do that. I think, like, maybe the Star Wars Legos might have a couple of custom colors, but for the most part they're just shades of gray, really. But yeah, they're fun sets. I need to get one of those, like, flat green platforms to set them up on, because right now they're just kind of sitting in boxes. But yeah, like, if you like Legos and you're a Nintendo fan, and if you're listening to the show, chances are you are a Nintendo fan.
At least one of the two, yeah.
Right. The Super Mario Lego sets are good fun. They're fun to put together, and they're they're fun to play with. Like, $60 for the starter set is totally worth it just to get the interactive Mario, because the interactive Mario is fun even without the other Lego sets. You put him on top of something red and he catches fire. You put him on top of something blue and he splashes like he's in water. You move it up and down and he makes jumping noises. You put him on a question block and it gives you coins, or like, there's just so much that it does, and all it is this little blinking light on the bottom of it that just reads these barcodes or whatever he's standing on. It's brilliant.
Cool. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Besides that, I've played a little bit more of Ring Fit Adventure. I haven't played it at all this week because the kids being home kind of threw off my schedule, but I unlocked planking last week. I regret unlocking planking. Planking is painful. I literally was my abs were in pain for 3 or 4 days after I played Ring Fit Adventure with planking added to my repertoire, and I either have to remove it or do it more. I haven't decided which, but I haven't played Ring Fit Adventure since then because I skipped my next scheduled day, which would have been Monday. And then, the kids were home today, so I'll probably play it on Friday. I beat Super Mario 64 in the All-Stars, basically a 70-star run, just to get to the end. I did kind of a unique order of doing it. Basically, I played each course in order. I get 1 star in each one, and then go back to the beginning and get 1 star in each one until I have enough stars to open the next door, or to open the next whatever. And then when I get to the next section, I do 1 star in each of them until they're caught up, and then go back to the Bob-omb battlefield and work my way up. So by the time I got my 70 stars, I had 4 stars in every course except for Tick-Tock Clock and Rainbow Ride, or whatever it's called. So I got to see, quite a bit of the game just doing it like that.
Sure.
And it's a trip. It was great to be able to play that game again. I know I had started playing it on the Wii U on the Virtual Console, but being able to just lay in bed and play it for half hour to an hour or so every night was just a joy. And I can't wait to get back into Sunshine, and because I haven't played that since probably 2005. Played a little bit of The Witcher 3. Still not hooked on that the way I got hooked on Breath of the Wild and Skyrim, but I'm hoping that maybe if I put more time into it, I'll see what everybody loves about it. But to me, it's just like those other games, but less so. It also looks okay on the Switch, but like, I don't know why it has to be windy all the time. Like there's just so much stuff moving that it just kind of draws attention to the fact that nothing really looks good.
Sure. I kind of get
Um,
that.
Although
I'm
evidently
doing-
it looks better than it used to because they've released a couple of patches for it.
Yeah, and I've done some modifications to how it, to the performance to try and get it to look better, but yeah, it definitely doesn't look great, but I mean it plays fine, so what is there to complain about? I can play The Witcher 3 while laying in bed. You couldn't do that
Exactly.
before, and that's really like somebody had asked something about do you prefer to play portable or on the TV? Like, do you prefer portable systems or home consoles? And I said, honestly, the Switch is perfect. I get my big screen TV experience when I want it. I get my portable experience when I want it. I get,
I know.
I can't play 3DS in bed because eventually all the blood rushes out of my hands and they start to hurt. But with the Switch, and I showed this on one night, I've got one of those neck things, those stupid
Yeah.
bendy neck things, and I put the Switch in that, and I put a Joy-Con in each hand, and it just kind of lay there like a corpse. And and with my arms crossed on my chest, for those of you who aren't watching the video, and I just sit there and play my games until I start to fall asleep, and it's just so perfect. Let's see. I guess the only thing worth noting that I've been playing, worth mentioning, is I decided I really want to play more of Kirby Star Allies. So, like, every night I'll play a level in that, and I miss when Kirby games weren't challenging. They're still fun, but I remember the days of Kirby's Adventure, and how brutal that game could be
Yes.
sometimes. And like Kirby and the Amazing Mirror, I never finished that game because it was so challenging. It was never difficult, but
Mhm.
it was a Metroidvania for one thing, which you don't expect a Kirby game to be. And there was just so much.
That was the DS. It was original DS, right?
That was Game Boy Advance.
Okay, yeah, okay, dang, yeah, you're right. It was that long ago. Man, I'm old.
Yeah, right. So I love Kirby games, and it's still fun, but it's really kind of mindless fun in Star Allies. Never have to worry about dying, especially since you've got your 3 partners following you around. But I mean, the level designs are still good. The boss battles are still fun, but I just miss Kirby having an edge to it.
I kind of do too. That's why when I need my Kirby fix, I'll go to Canvas Curse, because that's pretty difficult, and it's
I never beat that either. I got to the
Yeah.
last world and just couldn't beat some of those levels.
Yeah, exactly. So, I kind of get where you're coming from. Kirby's always been weird, though, right? Kirby always seems like an experiment type of character. It's just okay, what weird ideas didn't we use in these 3 games? Let's go throw them in Kirby,
Yeah, I had, before this, I never got Planet Robobot. I did play Triple Deluxe, which I enjoyed. But yeah, Star Allies is just kind of it's comfort food. I know I can play it for about 15-20 minutes, get some enjoyment out of it, accomplish something in the progression, but it's not going to stress me out. I can't play Super Mario Brothers 35 while laying in bed because it's too stressful. I can't play New Super Mario Brothers U because it's too stressful. So something like Kirby is something I can just easily just kind of lay there and I guess literally sleepwalk my way through. But I wish that there was a difficulty adjuster where a lot of the Kirby games, after you beat them, you could make it more difficult.
That would be
I
nice.
could do that. Yeah, I wish I could do that with Star Allies just for the standard run through. But
Sure. Yeah, instead of having to beat it first all the way through. I wonder if it does have like a hard mode, as it were, after you beat it the first time. I don't know.
I don't know, and I'm wondering, and like this is one of the reasons I didn't get Yoshi's crafted world when it came out, because it just seemed like more of the same. It's like, oh, it's another easy Nintendo platformer that I'm not going to feel.
So I'm thinking back to when my wife and I played Star Allies. We played through the main campaign completely.
Mm-hmm.
There is something that happens post game. I couldn't tell you if my life depended on it what it was, but I do remember it being like a new game plus style thing.
Okay.
So play through the game again, but a harder version. But when you just played the game, do you really want to play it again? Because that's what I did that with Mario Galaxy on the 3D collection, where I beat Mario Galaxy with 120 stars and unlocked Luigi, and I'm like, I don't want to do this again.
Right? Well, wasn't there something like that with Donkey Kong Country Returns too? Like I remember something like getting something gold. What was it?
It was mirror mode, and it was basically the same levels in reverse with no checkpoints and no DK.
That's what it was. Yep.
Yeah, that stuff doesn't really do anything for me.
Same.
Yeah, like I know, like I did start to getting into Master Mode on the 3DS version or Master Quest rather, the 3DS version of Ocarina of Time, and I'm loving it on Breath of the Wild. But for the most part, like, hey, here's the exact, and the only reason it worked in Ocarina of Time is because they changed things. But like, hey, here's the exact same game you just played, but harder, just doesn't do it for me.
Yeah. Well, you say that, but I'm playing Master Mode in Breath of the Wild, and it's basically just that, and I'm digging it.
Well, right,
but that's different. You can do that from the very beginning of the game if you want.
Right.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true. Unlock it and play on the same file.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
And Kirby games, like I know, like they always have like at least ever since I think it was Kirby's Dream Land 2 on the Game Boy, they always have this, secret, ending if you find all the things. So that's always a challenge. And I did get the secret boss for Kirby's Dream Land 2. I've never actually beaten him, but I know going through all the levels and finding everything is always a fun challenge.
Make sure you're playing on Joy-Cons and that you have your rumble turned on, because in Star Allies there's something that happens towards the end of the game that activates the rumble, the 3D rumble, in a way that was just so cool. So make sure that you have 3D rumble turned on. You're playing on Joy-Cons.
Yeah, like I said, I usually play it in bed with a Joy-Con in each hand,
and you'll be able to hear it.
Yeah,
which is what you want.
That's
I'm not
cool.
going to say anything else.
I love that stuff, actually, by the way. Like the secret little Mario Party had little cool stuff like that when you selected things from the menu or whatever. It had these cool little rumbles that made musical notes. I love that stuff. Like, it's cool. Everybody's talking about the Sony DualSense or whatever that's about to launch tomorrow, I think, or whatever. It's like, did you guys forget Nintendo came out with that 2 years ago in HD Rumble? Like, we're just gonna forget about Nintendo and
3 years
think
ago.
Sony came up with that?
3.5.
Yeah, I hear I might be going on a weird tangent here, but I've been listening to these podcasts and all these people are talking about, oh yeah, this is so innovative. I'm like, did I miss something?
I can't remember the last time Sony innovated. Probably when the original PlayStation came out, because pretty much every big thing that Sony's come out with is at best an evolution of something that usually Nintendo did first,
Right. Yeah, I just don't get it that how people are saying, oh yeah, this is going to change gaming. It's like it could, but as Nintendo has shown, only if developers show interest in it. But anyways, I'm kind of getting off base here. Let me talk about the games that I've been playing. Okay, that's about it. Because I haven't been playing anything, guys.
No Pokemon Go?
I mean, I was just gonna say I've been playing all my old standbys, but I'm in a weird funk right now where like I have a lot of new games that I've purchased, but like I'll like pick them up for like an hour, if that, and then just go back to my old standbys. Like I've been playing Breath of the Wild again. I've been playing Smash again. Pokemon Go is just an everyday thing. So I don't know. I'm broken, guys. I'm sorry. One of these days I'll play a new game, I guess, but that's not this week. So I think we're pretty much to the end of the show. We do have a question block question, however.
Question block. Can I read it?
Yeah, you may,
Can I please read it?
but Justin, you're gonna need to be on deck here. So hopefully, you are ready. So go ahead, Steve.
Oh God, what is Colt throwing at me?
All right, so Colt Cube from the Infendo Discord writes, question of the week is a two-parter. What was the controller that was reviewed a couple weeks back? And it wasn't a couple weeks back, it was like a month and a half back. And where can we find it? So Justin, the reason I'm reading this is because I know exactly what controller he's talking about.
Because I already answered this in the Discord.
So let's answer it again for our listeners of the show who may not have gone to Infendo.com, clicked on the community tab, and joined the Infendo Discord. It was a red controller, if I remember right.
It's the one I'm using right now because I use it all the time for Animal Crossing.
Okay.
I don't know if it's the manufacturer or the distributor, because I'm pretty sure this is the same controller you get from every other Chinese company. But this particular one was provided to me by Booking. It's either Booking or Boo King. I'm not sure which. But it's all one word, but I've seen it intercapped. So, but
Can we get a link for that?
Yes, I did put a link
when you can find one
in the Discord. I don't know if like I might be able to read off the item number from.
Send it to me offline, and I'll get it in the Discord.
Just go through just go to your Amazon purchase history. You'll find it there.
I
no,
did.
He was
and,
sent it
and
for
shared
review,
it. Okay. All right. So Amazon.com/D_B08BC2K7VW.
This will play real well on radio.
Well, it's not doing any better in video because it's not like it's up on the screen. But
Justin, send that to me, and we will get it in the show notes, and I will put it somewhere.
Well, you're in luck because I already sent it to you. It's in the damn Discord. Anyway, it is currently $28.99. They do have another one that is a few dollars less, but honestly, you're better off getting this one. They both have gyro controls. They both have turbo, and they both have rumble, which is rare for a third-party wireless controller. But this one also has NFC, and you can wake the system with the home button, which you can't do with the other versions. So for 20, 28, 29, $30, whatever you end up paying for it, I mean, this is a pretty solid controller. Now, I don't know, maybe I'll be using it next week and the thing will just fall apart in my hands. It is a cheap controller from China, but as far as like its actual functionality is concerned, this is the best and most convenient third-party Switch controller I have used because it has everything like NFC, like even like the 8-bit Do and PowerA controllers don't have NFC. Hori controllers don't have NFC, and like those are officially licensed. Sure. So that's worth it just for that. Okay. But like I said, it's got turbo, so it's perfect for Animal Crossing because rather than sitting there mashing the button to hit a rock or something like that, you just set the turbo, sit there, hold the button for a few seconds, hold the Y button for a few seconds while you pick everything up. It's fantastic.
Okay, so I have
a Minecraft controller too.
I have one question for you, and I know it's probably going to be a no, but I thought I'd ask anyways because I know it can connect to other consoles, right? It doesn't have like a
maybe. I mean, honestly, and if you're looking at it, you'll see like the shape of this is almost exactly an Xbox One controller.
Yeah. Does it
So-
have a headphone plug-in? I know the normal Pro controller doesn't, but does that one by
does
chance?
not.
Oh,
I
okay.
think
That'd be
I
a
think
cool
this
thing.
will only connect to a Switch, if
Oh,
I'm not
okay.
mistaken. And the reason, and like if it were an Xbox version, probably the little lights on the bottom would be swapped out for the headphone jack. I'm not sure, because you know how all these Chinese controllers are interchangeable. But it is nice that not only, you know, does it have all the best features of a Switch controller, but it is also shaped like an Xbox One controller, so it's comfortable.
Nice. Well, that's exciting. You're
So
welcome.
there's my second review for.
You're welcome, Colt. Yeah, just send that over in put it at the
Where
top
in
of the
Discord is it,
Discord,
Justin?
and then
'Cause
we
I'm
can.
not seeing it.
Yeah, put it at the top of the Discord, Justin,
I-
so we can get it to the
I will
get it
pin-
to where it
it's
needs
in-
to be.
It's in the Hangout, and I
Okay.
will pin it, so that you can find it later.
You're a doll. I love you. Oh, there it is.
Well, there you go. All right. Well, very nice. Well, then, if that is all, and I think that is all. Wait, was there a part 2 to that question? Did we breeze?
So part one was what was it? Part two is where can we buy it? So
Amazon.
He has now
Amazon.
answered both questions.
Yeah.
And it is pinned in the Discord, so listeners, we have our answer.
Yes, and again, it is Amazon.com/DP/
No, no, no,
D08
no, no,
BC2
no, no,
K7
no, no,
VW.
no.
What I could do is you could go to linktr.ee
Oh my God.
/Gentis, and I can put a link to it there.
We did the plugs in the beginning, kids. No.
Or you can go to thedisneyparkbench.com and see what I'm doing, what I've been spending the past several months working on.
We are gonna
you
get
too.
out of here. Thank you, everybody, for joining us this week.
Also, go to chromatichue.com.
It was-
Follow Lucas's
I
game.
don't think that's fixed yet. It was a fun time for everybody involved. Thank you, everybody, for coming back to us after our 1 week hiatus. Thank you, everybody, for voting. We appreciate you, as does probably the world. We'll catch you guys next time. Have a good time. Have a good evening. Goodbye.
Good
1 week hiatus. I took a 5-week hiatus.
See you real soon.
Still wear a fucking mask, you motherfuckers.
Oh my God! New York just tightened the restrictions again. There's a curfew on bars and restaurants now, and all sorts of new regulations because we had a spike in cases.
Yeah, it's
Like
me and Steve were just talking.
Yeah.
By the way, I'm just gonna kill this stream. So.